You turn toward me and look so weak. I've never seen you with such tired eyes. And everything we said we'd be, we just traded for a suit coat and a tie. And underneath the rows of trees, I will see you where the ocean meets the sky. Under your toes, the fire grows. You are ready for a different kind of life. You're silent, bold, the wind is cold. You must return to the wild. You're silent, bold, the wind is cold. You must return to the wild, 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 wild. Follow me down, there's no one around. Lay back and take your socks and shoes right off. That natural light is so damn polite, can make you feel just like you were young again. Standing underneath the rows of trees, I can see where the ocean meets the sky. Under our clothes, a fire grows. We are ready for this life of running wild. We're running wild. Underneath the rows of trees, I will see you where the ocean meets the sky. Under your toes, the fire grows. You are ready for a different kind of life. Silent, bold, the wind is cold. You must return to the wild. Silent, bold, the wind is cold. You must return to the wild, 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 wild.
What's up, guys? We are not having too much luck lately. We're here, we're getting loaded. Getting a couple forklifts backed into a dock here. You guys seen the water as we were pulling in here. But the unlucky side of things. So we had the heater core go out. Lost a crap ton of money in coolant with that. What else? I guess that's the only thing that really went bad. Oh, I screwed up my tires. The other day when I was climbing that huge hill, when I was grinding up that huge hill, I'll show you the tires real quick. This one's not too bad. You can see it's cut up a little bit there. But this one back here, look at that. I tore it up. I mean, the other side's just about the same way. That inside tire's not too bad. I think the back one, yeah, the back one got a little torn up too. So we tore up the tires a little bit. Now I told you guys the other day that I had tapped that snowbank and broke some pieces off. The bumper was already loose when I got the truck. I mean, I was able to shake a little bit. So somebody else messed it up before I even got to it. And it's been almost two and a half years that I've been running this truck. and that bumper's been fine. Well, I cracked it the other day on the snowbank, and then when I was here, I parked the truck up top there to figure out what I needed to do. And then when I went to go pull out, I didn't realize there was another little tiny snowbank. Thing was only about 1.5 feet off the ground, but I guess that's all it needed. So we ended up tearing the thing right off. And all I did was push forward about 1/2 inch. Well, maybe 6 inches forward, and it broke right off. So we got it sitting inside the truck now. There should be, oh, the other thing that we have a problem with is this. It's actually a heat shield off the back side of the turbo. So those are pretty minor things. I mean, it really sucks I gotta buy this bumper corner now. I mean, you can see the tabs are broken off though. The bumper skin is still in pretty good shape, but the whole back of it, just broke apart. And it was just hanging by a thread yesterday, or the past 2 days. It's just been hanging by a thread. I knew I was already planning on replacing it. But all it took was just that little bump on that snowbank. So that one little bump on the snowbank, and she ripped right off. There's tabs on the skin. You got the main part of the bumper that is actually secured to the bracket there. And then the skin goes over top of it, which is what you see on the outside. Well, there's a couple little tabs that clip in to the center bumper piece. And those broke off, of course. So I was hoping that I was going to be able to reuse some of this and I wouldn't have to order the whole entire bumper corner. But it is what it is. Man, my nose is running like crazy. Actually, I got some tissues. I still got some tissues from when I got sick. Oh, Lord. So, the guy said we'll be ready in about half an hour. This weekend, my plan is to cut the cabinet out, put the refrigerator, microwave back, move the toaster oven. And I'm going to put 4 shut-off valves on the coolant lines. First of all, I'm putting 2 of them on for the pressure lines in case another heater cord, because I'm going to be doing that one probably after Christmas. I'm probably going to wait until after Christmas to get it done. Losing truck payments for write-offs next year, so I'm going to try to push everything off until the first of the year so I can write all that off for next year's taxes, including the bumper. So I got a couple more weeks I'm going to have to run with the bumper like that, which isn't a big deal. It's not going to be any issue. I see guys running around with a lot worse. Jeez, it pisses me off that it happened though. So I'll run around with for a couple weeks like that. But anyway, in case one of the heater cores go bad again, I can turn off that pressure line. The one problem I found was that with this one being bad, I clipped off the pressure line, but my thought of what's going on, because it wasn't leaking a lot, but it was still leaking. So the only thing that came to mind was, because both pressure lines come from the same spot and both return lines go to the same spot, the pressure from the return line for the front heater core was sending some back pressure up the return line for the bad heater core. So I had the pressure line clipped off for the back one, but I didn't have the return line clipped off. So I think the return line was still sending some pressure up that way. So I clipped that one off, and then they stopped. So I'm going to put a shutoff valve on all 4 lines. So this way, if the heater core goes bad in the back, I can shut off the return and the pressure. Same thing with the front one. And then during the summertime, I can just turn all the valves off, and there'll be just that much there'll be that much less heat coming into the truck. Not that I really have a problem. These newer trucks, you really don't get much heat, but they're more there for maintenance purposes. If it goes bad, I'll be able to shut it off and not lose a bunch of coolant. Gonna get that. Get those valves put on. Get the heater core. Get the cabinet cut open. Possibly put the seat back in this weekend. I don't know. Probably not. I like that big wide open space. Might take Budman out next week. No, he'll have to wait until next year. Right now, I just got to take whatever I can get to make money. One other problem I'm having right now is this cabinet up here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. Alright, so we got the cabinet above the TV. And then there's this little cubby hole up here where the top bunk can put stuff in. That hole there. And it's just right here from the past couple of years. See if I can pull it off with one hand. There we go. So there's a little cubby hole up there. A little stress ball and a picture that my son drew. Or not. Not sure if he drew it or not. Let's see. I think he just colored it. I can't remember. Yeah, he just colored it. Anyway, this cover piece here, it's got these things here. This side here, I still got the metal pieces, but if you look closely, there's like a nipple inside the thing there that it sits on, that it's hooked to. That nipple on this side broke, top and bottom, so the thing's just sitting there flapping. I'm not even going to put that back on for right now. You can see right there, it's just the little nipples inside there. So I'm going to bring that home with me this weekend, and we got a hot glue gun, and I'm just going to gob the crap out of it with the hot glue gun, and that should take care of that. And it's just been driving me nuts, because all I hear going down the road is pop, 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 pop. It's just sitting there tapping, tap, 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 tap. So that's what we're doing this weekend. So that's it for right now. I'll show you guys what the load looks like when we're all done here. Alright, here we go. All finished. Not my favorite thing here. Got a couple crates, a couple forklifts. Alright, we got 280 miles to get home. I got an ETA of 8 p.m. tonight. I like doing jobs like this, but they suck at the same time because they're very questionable on where exactly to secure them. Mostly for this load, mostly for the forklifts.
900 feet, keep to the left.
Well, we got it.
Denny Place, and
I really didn't need the strap on the back forklift, but I put it on there just for a little extra. Little extra, didn't hurt, doesn't hurt. Anyway, they're thinking about 35,000 pounds for this. Feels that way. That forklift on the back is definitely definitely a good amount of weight back there. He said it's about 20,000 pounds for that lift by itself. So hopefully we're good. I don't think I'm going to scale it. We'll get it out on the highway and see how it feels and go from there. There's not much more I can do with it, so pray to God it's good the way it is. Anyway, we'll see.